The US Libertarian Party has chosen Chase Oliver as its presidential candidate, rejecting former President Donald Trump and Robert F. Kennedy Jr. as running mates after they both spoke at the party's convention. Oliver, an anti-war activist, supports a ceasefire between Israel and Hamas in Gaza and calls for ending U.S. military support for Ukraine and Israel. He received about 60% of the delegate votes during the final round of voting. "We did it. I'm officially the presidential nominee," Oliver posted on X after his nomination was approved. "It's time to unite and move forward for freedom." Despite third parties rarely being competitive in U.S. presidential elections, the Libertarian Party's decision is drawing more attention this year due to the rematch between Trump and Democratic President Joe Biden, which could hinge on small margins in a few contested states. In a speech on Sunday, Oliver pledged to support a ceasefire and to end what he termed as genocide in Gaza. He has received the largest amount of campaign donations among the liberal candidates. Trump's appearance at the convention on Saturday night was met with boos, though his Republican allies praised his decision to appear before an unfriendly crowd. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. received a friendlier reception on Friday, criticizing both Trump and Biden's handling of the COVID-19 pandemic, but was ultimately excluded from the party's presidential nomination on Sunday. Libertarians prioritize small government and individual freedoms, with a mix of liberal and conservative positions. Oliver, an openly gay activist from Atlanta, previously ran for the U.S. Senate and the House of Representatives from Georgia. His Senate campaign in Georgia forced a runoff that was later won by a Democrat, and he may serve as a spoiler in the presidential race this year. Oliver's campaign calls for deep cuts to the federal budget, abolishing the death penalty, closing all military bases abroad, and ending military support for Israel and Ukraine. He aims to attract young voters who are tired of the status quo and negativity in the major parties. Oliver will be joined on the ticket by vice presidential candidate Mike Terrence Mott, according to U.S. news outlet The Hill.